Hello, welcome to chapter 9 of The Adventures of the Wishing Chair. Now, in chapter 8, The Lost Cat, we found out that Whiskers, Molly and Peter's little black cat, went missing because she sat on the wishing chair, fell asleep, and the wishing chair seemed to go on an adventure. And at the end of that chapter, we found out that Whiskers was with the witch called Kirri Kirri. So chapter 9 is called The Witch, Kirri Kirri. So I'm thinking that this might be the adventure where they try to rescue Whiskers the cat. So let's get comfortable and we will see what happens. So this is chapter 9, The Witch, Kirri Kirri. The children dressed themselves again after they'd been to bed and slept. Molly had a little alarm clock and she set it for 11:45 so that they awoke in a good time for the adventure. Chinky the pixie was waiting for them. "We can't go in the wishing chair," he said. "It hasn't grown its wings yet. I think it's asleep because it gave a tiny snore." "Oh, how funny," said Molly. "Oh, Chinky, I do feel excited." "Come on," said Pixie. "There's no time to lose if you want to catch the underground train." He led the children to a big tree at the bottom of the garden. He twisted a piece of the bark and a door slid open. There was a narrow stairway in the tree going downwards. Molly and Peter were so surprised to find this here. "Go down the stairs," Chinky said to them. "I'll just shut the door behind us." So they climbed down and came to a small passage. Chinky joined them and they went along it until they came to a big turnstile where a grey rabbit was sat holding a bundle of tickets. "We want tickets for Witch Kirri Kirri's," said Chinky. The rabbit gave them 3 yellow tickets and let them through the turnstile. There was a little platform beyond with a railway line running by it. Almost at once a train appeared out of the darkness. Its lamps gleamed like 2 eyes. There were no carriages on the train, just open trucks with cushions. The train was very crowded and the children and Chinky found it really difficult to get a seat. There were gnomes, brownies, rabbits, moles, elves and hedgehogs all sat in the trucks, chattering and laughing. The 2 hedgehogs had a truck to themselves, for they were so prickly that no one wanted to sit beside them. The train set off with much clattering, and it stopped at a station called Kirri Kirri Station. Chinky the pixie and the children got out. "Kirri Kirri is such a rich and powerful witch that she has a station of her own," explained Chinky. "Now, this is my plan. There's no use asking the witch for Whiskers back. She'll just say no. And there's no use trying to get her by magic because her magic is much stronger than mine. We must get her by a trick." "What trick?" asked the children. "We'll creep into her little garden and we'll make scrapey noises on the wall, like little mice. We'll squeak like mice too, and the witch will hear us and send Whiskers out to catch the mice. Then we'll get Whiskers, run back to the station and catch the next train home." "That's a fine plan," said Peter. "It's so simple too. It can't go wrong." "Shh," said Chinky, pointing to a large house in the distance. "That's Kirri Kirri's house." They had left the station behind and had come up to the open air again. The moonlight was bright enough to show them the road and they could see everything very clearly indeed. They slipped inside the witch's wicket gate. "You go to that end of the house and I'll go to that end," said Chinky. So Peter and Molly crept to one end and began to scratch on the wall, whilst Chinky did the same at the other end. Then they squeaked as high as they could, exactly like mice. They heard a window being thrown up and saw the witch's head against the lamplight. "Mice again," she grumbled. "Whiskers, come here. Catch them, catch them." Whiskers jumped down into the garden. The witch slammed down the window and drew the blind. Molly made a dash for the big black cat and lifted her into her arms. Whiskers purred and rubbed her soft head against Molly's hand. Chinky the Pixie and Peter were in delight. The plan worked beautifully, said Peter. Come on, let's go back to the station. But then a most unfortunate thing happened. Peter fell over a bush and came down with a loud clatter on the path. At once the window flew up again and Kirri Kirri looked out. She shouted a very magic word and slammed the window shut. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, groaned Chinky at once. What's the matter? Asked Molly. She's put a spell around the garden, said Chinky. We can't get out. She'll find us in the morning. We can't get out, said Peter. What nonsense. I'm going. But although he could open the gate, he couldn't actually walk out. It was as though there was an invisible wall all round the garden. The children couldn't get anywhere. They forced their way through the hedge, but still, the invisible wall seemed to be just beyond, and there was no way of getting out the garden. Whatever shall we do? Said Molly. We can't do anything, said Chinky. Peter was a silly boy to go and fall like that, just when we had done everything so well. I'm so sorry, said Peter. I do wish I hadn't fallen. I didn't mean to. Well, we'd better go and sit on the porch, said Chinky. He was shivering. It's warmer over there. They sat huddled together in the porch, and Molly took Whiskers on her knee, saying that she would make a nice hot water bottle to keep them all warm. They began nodding off to sleep, for they were all very tired, when Whiskers suddenly began to snarl and spit. The children and the Pixie woke up in a fright. They saw something flying around the garden, like a big blackbird. Molly stared, and then she leapt up and whispered as loudly as she dared. It's not a bird. It's the dear old wishing chair. It's come to find us. The Pixie gave a chuckle of delight. He ran to the chair and took hold of it. Come on, he said to the others. The only way out is by flying up, up. We can't get out any other way. The wishing chair is just what we need. So they all got onto the chair. Whiskers was on Molly's knee, and then the chair flapped its wings, rose up in the air, and flew into the clouds. Oh, what will old Kirri Kirri say in the morning when she finds no one in her garden? Not even Whiskers, giggled Chinky. She'll think she's been dreaming. I wish I could see her face. The chair flew to the playroom. The children said good night, and, with Whiskers in her arms, Molly ran with Peter to the path that led to their house. They were soon in bed and fast asleep. As for Whiskers, you may be sure that she never went to sleep in the wishing chair ever again.